before I get to cleaning up the garden and getting it ready for the fall, long overdue, just had a lot of stuff going on, but just wanted to show you, this is the loofah gourd plant. We've got some nice little ones in here, this big monstrosity here, it's as big as my arm. There's another one up there, and a beautiful one right here. Reminder, next year, don't plant 6 plants on the exact same trellis or it winds up taking over everything. I'll even show you the inside. Go underneath here, but it gets pretty dark in here. Oh, you can see this loofah gourd better in here. There's my arm. You can't really see it that well, but I can't even wrap my fingers around it, see? I mean, it's a monster. Yeah. Anyway, don't plant 6 plants on the same archway or you wind up with what I've got here. And it just kind of took over. So anyway, this is kind of a garden update. We've got a few tomatoes coming in. There's a few yellow ones. Hopefully some of these will actually ripen up before the frost comes in about another week or so. So I've got some gorgeous ones right there coming in and lots of little green ones. So like I said, I don't know if those will ripen up, but we shall see. The Roma tomatoes, I'm taking those up today, as well as the watermelon plants. Those are done with. The deer just kind of came through and munched off like just the tops of all of these. So a lot of this new growth that you see is from where the deer just went and chomped them off and it's started growing again. But I'm not even going to bother with these green tomatoes. They're taking too long to ripen, and I don't do anything with green tomatoes, so I'm just going to let those go. We do still have some cherry tomatoes coming in. I'm going to eat this one. So those are still producing pretty well. Hopefully the vines continue. Here, I'm going to show you. There's my wheelbarrow. Yeah, it's a trash can. I don't have a wheelbarrow or a wagon. So that's what I'm going to dump all the plants into and then go and stick it in the compost pile down there. But I got my broad fork ready. I'm just going to broad fork all of this grass and stuff into the ground, be extra matter. I don't think that there will be any issue with this grass, tilling it under either. The red peppers, bell peppers this year didn't do too terribly well. I got one good harvest from them, but the rest have just kind of, I don't know, they've rotted on the vine, so I'm just going to compost those. Again, the deer came through, and I mean, I'm not kidding, like 4 days after I took up the marigold plants, deer just came through and just grazed on everything. This plant, the Sweet Aroma, this Volunteer, is still doing pretty good. It got pretty tall. That's probably a good, almost 7 feet tall. So it turned out to be a pretty good plant. And there's still some red ones in there that I can go ahead and harvest. The zinnias, they're still kind of coming up a little bit, but because of the cold weather, they're just looking kind of scraggly. The lemon drop peppers, yum. They're doing lovely. I've still got tons of green ones coming in, but I have yet to harvest the yellow ones. And then, of course, ghost peppers. Those are coming in pretty well. There's a lot of green ones in there. And I'm still getting cayenne peppers. Some of these, like some of the other plants, they're coming in rotten. I don't know why. But there we go. There's the cayenne, there's the cherry tomatoes and the yellow tomatoes. Ooh, I need to harvest some of those. Those look really yummy. But I'll be tilling up all of this ground here, well, up until the cherry tomatoes, which is there. So through here, this is going to be garlic for next year. Over here, I'm just going to let this plot rest. And still getting jalapenos in. I've got a whole bunch of green ones, and they're still doing okay. I might wind up covering those and trying to keep them going as long as possible. And so hopefully I can get that done. The green beans, the turkey crawl beans, they had like a little last bloom, I guess. The bugs didn't totally kill this plant, which is surprising. So I'll probably just pick these off, and I'm going to dry them for seed next year. But I've still got a whole bunch just kind of hanging down that I'll harvest. Let's see, what else? The cosmos that have been taken over by the loofah. I've got a whole bunch of seeds. You can see there. I need to go through and pick all of these dead blooms off, because every one of those little black things there, that's going to be a seed for next year. And so I'm probably going to have cosmos popping up here where I don't really want it. It was a pretty plant, but I think I need a specified garden or flower garden for those, so that they don't get mixed in with potential vegetable growing area. So anyway, that's my update for the end of summer 2019. The loofah gourd's growing strong, and we'll see about the rest of the garden. I've got cabbage, broccoli, carrots, kale, and lettuce planned. So hopefully we can get some of that planted this week and get it covered up before the frost hits. So thanks for joining me. Y'all have a blessed year.